Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to episode 14 of Funs with Hunts. Um, Today, before I forget, this time I'm actually going to remember, I will be showing you two games that unfortunately I can't make. Um, it's kind of weird if I say I can't make a proper video on because this is sort of a proper video. You're getting a full game and I'm doing some sort of a commentary, but I won't be doing the commentary. I'm just going to use these videos, these games as material for you to watch during Funs with Hunts. But if you are in a dire need of a good game today, stick around and watch. Two games, both in a tier 8 battleships. The first one is Roma, as you can see, and we are, well, I don't recall. I think we were like bottom tier. Can't really see right now because the screen is too small. We'll find out soon enough. And yeah, I can see the Moin there already. And we were like, oh man, what the hell are we gonna do? Monkey was in a Vladivostok and I was in a Roma. This is like not an easy map for a battleship with short range. And then I thought, this thing is a shotgun and I should probably try to get it to close range. But then again, they got a carrier, destroyers, or bottom tier. This is going to be a nightmare for me. And it's Roma, this thing is inaccurate. You go into the cyclone or thunderstorm, you're even more inaccurate. Anyway, if you do want to watch a great game, Roma is the first one. And the second one for you today will be the Tirpitz game, because funny enough, I have included an extension made by Rukenshia, if I'm not mistaken, that allows you to vote for the ship that you want to, basically watch your favorite streamer play. And it's a solid extension, I gotta say. If you are up for a challenge, if you are up for being tormented by your chat, because they will most likely never pick a proper ship, or almost never. I gotta give them some credit. They do kind of pick sometimes some ships, but mostly they just like to watch you suffer. So their first choices are going to be Omaha, Pensacola, all the stuff that I'm trying to stay away from. They're trying to dig it out and make you play it. God, I love my chat. And I do. And it was weird and kind of bizarre, but one of the most requested ships for me to play was a Tirpitz. And that was pretty weird for me. I was like, wow. Because I like that ship. And I used to really enjoy it. It used to be my favorite ship in the game. I was thinking like, okay. And I mean, I played it billion of times before. Could it be because I just stopped playing it? Maybe that's why. Or I don't know, maybe they just want to see it. And then one of the responses was, the song that recently came out by Sabaton, the Bismarck. That's why everybody's like hyped about. But you do have a Bismarck in the game and available on that Twitch extension. I left Bismarck available. I mean, I can disable or enable any ship I want in the game. Bismarck is up and available if you want to choose it. So I was like, why are they picking Tirpitz? But, I'm not complaining. Tirpitz is fine. I basically stopped playing it as much as I did before, as I'm sure you guys on the YouTube have noticed. Because every couple of videos before, I used to have a Tirpitz game. Which is not because, I don't showcase a certain ship because I think this ship needs showcasing or I'm trying to stuff it in your face. I was showing you so many Tirpitz games because the games itself, the match itself was absolutely amazing. If you like a ship and if you think it's good and you're doing good in it, you have a really good chance, really high chance of getting a highly good and good damage, high amount of kills and everything. High chance of having a good game in that ship. And I want to show you a great game. It's not about which ship it was. Hell, I'm showing you Roma today. I mean, come on. They made me play Roma, and I was like, well, this was inevitable. It was just a matter of time when it's gonna happen. So, Bob's your uncle, here we go. Picked up the Roma, and then I had a blast this match. It was a nail biter, and it was a pretty damn fun game, as I'm sure you'll see right now. I mean, you don't have to agree, of course. So that's just why I'm showing you Roma, not because I'm interested in you being pumped or hyped about the Roma or getting the ship yourself or anything like that. Quite the contrary, the Roma is a bit, it's more than a bit, challenging battleship to play. She has a very unique guns and range and accuracy, and she's a special little girl. So yeah, you know, wouldn't really advise it for a lot of people. And then again, wow, I just realized what happened. I think I did like 0 damage and knocked out an engine. And I've seen today Blamu showing a clip to Wargaming about a bounce that knocked out an engine. And then I'm making a video on which that exactly just happened. Talk about coincidences. Because this game happened a while ago. Anyway. So I'm all about the good game. I really couldn't care less which ship it is in. But the contrary, I try to often, well, okay, maybe not often, but as often as I can make myself, exit the comfort zone. Play the ships that I don't play as often. And I'm hoping for a good game. Because then I get to showcase you different ships that I don't usually play, that you don't get to see on the YouTube. Because, don't get me wrong, I have bad games, I have good games, but what would be the purpose of wasting your time showing you a bad game on a YouTube? YouTube is not about, oh, you're only showing the good games because you want to make us think that you are a good player. So you're only nitpicking the good ones and, you know, getting rid of the bad ones. No, by all means. If you want to see bad games, come on my Twitch, dude. I have bad games on a daily basis. I don't have... Sorry. I don't have 66% win rate because I don't have bad games. And I'm not Unicum and Super Unicum in some stats because I don't have bad games. I would be super Unicum everywhere. And I would be having, what, 100% win rate or 95% win rate if I was only having good games. Because sometimes even if you have a really good game, it still doesn't mean you're gonna win, so yeah. But you have a really good chance of winning if you're having a good game. So, no, that's not the case. It's just, why would I be wasting your time? Seriously, I post a video and what am I gonna say? Worst game of my day. And you start the video and then you waste 10, 15, 20 minutes of your life watching a dude having the worst RNG in the world. And trust me, guys, sometimes the RNG gods are just, they're not there. They are completely on the opposite team. Every salvo I fire, dispersion is to the maximum. Sigma is the worst. If it's HE, 0 fires. Enemy, 1 shell, 1 hit, 1 fire. Insta, I repair, insta fire. I repair, flooding and fire. It's just, it's unbearable. Sometimes it's unplayable. Oh, why would I be showcasing you those games? It feels like it would just be a waste of mine and your time, because you're gonna be sitting there expecting to actually see some gameplay, see something, and then you're gonna end up with, well, what the hell just happened? I mean, what's the purpose of this? I did this once, and I was really pleasantly surprised at how well the video got accepted. I remember when I will tell you which video this is about. I remember when I was making that video, I think this was before I had to go to Berlin on TwitchCon, and I was thinking, man, I'm going to be kind of tight on schedule when it comes to videos. I already digged out all the good stuff that I could from my streams, all the good games, and I'm still not sure if I stay a day or two longer, or if when we come back I don't have my, my apartment is not ready because, we were doing the parquet and polishing and all that stuff. If it's not ready, if it's not up, I might be a day or two short. So I went, and then I remembered one game from the stream where it was, the map was the North or Northern Lights, it doesn't matter, it's the same map, just different looks. And I was in a destroyer, I can't really remember which one, and a carrier had a hard-on for me. And he had a hard-on for me the whole game. And I think this was even a tier 8 carrier. I don't recall if it was tier 8 or 10. But I'm gonna take a random guess and say it's 8. If I'm wrong, you're going to correct me, but it doesn't even matter. It was a carrier, it was just one, I think, and he had a hard-on for me the entire game, and I was shut down. I couldn't do anything. I don't recall if I survived the game, possibly, or at least I made it to the end, very close, otherwise it wouldn't be in a video, because I just don't like publishing the videos where I did tremendously good, but I don't know, died in the half of the game, because then what? Do I just cut out the rest and show you the end game results? Or do I just leave you watching some other dude's plays just so you can see the end game results? Sometimes I will stay and wait if it's only a minute or two of wait time. But most of the time I will just ignore that game entirely. So this dude was focusing on me. I was in a destroyer. I couldn't do anything. And then it hit me. I might actually use this. I ended up with something like, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 damage right till the very end. I don't know if in the end I actually managed to score a couple of dozen of HP, but it was still like nothing special. It was pretty bad. I couldn't scout, I couldn't cap, I couldn't do damage, I couldn't kill. It was a terrible game. And then it hit me, I could actually use this, because in the current meta, where the carriers are just bullies and not really that well balanced yet, I'm guessing that this is the kind of game most people actually have who don't get themselves killed really fast. Now, this is a while ago. I'm not gonna say that, not that things maybe haven't changed in the process in the meantime, but I'm still pretty sure if you're playing a destroyer today or tomorrow and there's a carrier, you might struggle. And might is, just look at the HP on the Roma right now. Oh my god, look at this. Oh, this game was just spectacular. And I'm out of heals, by the way, in case you haven't noticed. No repair, no Damaca, no nothing, and I survive. Bottom tier ship. Oh, man. So yeah, I'm gonna use this replay because I think the name of the replay was, is this what we have to look forward to right now? And the game, the replay, was really well accepted. There was not a lot of dislikes, there was a huge amount of likes. The comments were all about the subject, the theme, the game. Not about, oh my god, why the hell did you just show me such a piece of shit game? You just wasted my freaking time, dude. It was really, really well accepted, and it was just as watched as any other video I post, and that made me really, really happy. Because you guys, you got it. You got exactly what I was trying to show you. And you weren't just disappointed that the results of the game were pretty bad. Some might argue that considering I was focused by the carrier and I think I survived, or at least survived as long, meant that it was actually a partial success. But, that's up to you to judge. I was just really, really happy that it was a well-accepted video. But I don't have an intention of doing these kind of videos very often. I'm trying to show you the best games so you can see and learn from them and enjoy them and have fun watching them. Because I do understand that watching that game, that I had only a few thousand damage and I barely survived. If I survived, I should have probably watched this video before I talked about it. But it was a while ago and I don't remember entirely. It was, yeah, it had a message and it made you realize that I feel just like you, and because I am who I am, people focus me every game. I showcased a replay not too long ago where I was playing a Scharnhorst. We were going through the channel, we were all three lined up next to each other, and this carrier was just dropping me. And sometimes, I don't know how much my YouTube audience, which is you guys, can actually feel this, but if you ever do have time, half an hour, well, half an hour is not enough, couple of hours, and you don't know what to do, usually I start streaming recently at about noon, Central European summertime, which is right now in the moment of the making of this video, but you're gonna see it a few hours later because it takes time to upload, render, and all that stuff. You know how it goes. And I basically stream to like 7, 8, 10, 11 p.m. sometimes. It's not always just World of Warships, of course, but World of Warships is at least going to be half of the stream time. I'm going to stream minimum 4 to 6, 7, 8 hours of World of Warships every day besides Tuesday. And then maybe I'm going to call it a stream. Maybe I'm going to jump on to the other game. So I do strongly encourage you, if you do have one day, couple of hours to spare, and this can be any day, trust me, you can't make a mistake. Any day, drop onto the stream. You have the Twitch link in the video description. Drop to the Twitch and watch for a few hours. Just look the focus that I get in every game. It's insane. And then when you combine that with a really shitty RNG that I sometimes get, and sometimes you're not in a mood, and game after game after game after game, you get this, you explode. But I think I'm getting a bit too sidetracked. I've been already talking about this subject for 15 minutes and I still even haven't said why. I don't know how many of you have seen, but I'm guessing most of you have seen in, what was that, 2 days ago? Yeah, it's Wednesday today. The Mingles with Jingles episode. And what the Jingles was talking about. And I've talked to the Jingles, and I'm really glad that he brought up this subject, because I, from my side, like a response, I don't want people to misunderstand what Jingles was saying. Basically, there are certain, well, I mean, I don't go through every single video that Jingles posts, and I don't most definitely scroll through all the comments that, you know, are on the Jingles video. That's what he does, just like I do on my videos as much as I can. But there are apparently a certain amount of people who are dissatisfied when Jingles showcases a replay of either of the community contributors, whether it's me, Flamu, or anyone else. Because they're starting to get the feeling that, oh, you're just showing these, and I'm quoting Jingles here, superstar friends, and not the rest of us. Now, for me, you know, I was really just one of you dudes. I think I still am, honestly, but for the sake of the argument, I'll just go with that superstar Jingles friend. I was just like you not too long ago. I still very much remember when you turn on the Jingles video, you're like, if you sent a really, really good game that week, or in the past couple of days, to his email address, as hyped as you are for a new Jingles video, that's like 50% hype. The other 50% hype is it my game? Is it my game? Start the damn replay. Is it mine? Oh, it's not mine. Okay. And then you can start looking, or if it is you, you just explode. Because I remember the first time I got featured on Jingles' channel, I watched that replay like 20 times. It was a peak of my life at the moment. It was just super excited and stuff. So I can understand that kind of an argument that you want to, you know, kind of feel like you have a chance, but you do. Trust me, you do. And he's not showing our replays because of who we are, but because of the kind of the game it is. Now watch the next 10 seconds of this replay. This is one of the most spectacular Turpits games I had, with a really, really silly moment which is about to happen right now. This is the reason I sent this game to Jingles. Because stuff like this is what's Jingles material. This game was ridiculous to the very bitter end. I rammed a destroyer with a battleship. It was down to the last couple of us fighting for the victory to the very end. My primary batteries were absolute garbage. Absolute freaking garbage. I couldn't land hits. It was just, I don't know. The game was too funny to be really, really mad or infuriated, but it was really kind of triggering me. I just couldn't land any consecutive good hits this entire game. It mostly came down to stupid random stuff like this. And I thought, and my entire chat at the time of me playing this was like, oh my god, Jingles game, Jingles game, Jingles game. So, okay, I was like, alright, stop for a second, went to the, dig out the replay, immediately sent it to Jingles and told him, like, here you go. This is a game that is really, really, really spectacular and fun to watch. And some really stupid things have happened. I sent him the post-battle screen result, in which I immediately explained what is the Die Hard, which ship on which ship and stuff like that. What can he expect and stuff like that. I was like, you know, and then I did what I always do. Here's the game. Here's the replay. Let me know if you need the post-battle results, like the entire thing, because I don't like to flood with 50 billion print screens and stuff. Very often I just send them the replay and tell them, if you're interested, let me know and I'll send you the print screens. Or if I think the print screen just talks for itself, I will just send them the print screen and tell them, if you're interested, let me know and I'll send you the replay and the rest of the print screens, like, you know, post-battle result screen. And then sometimes he will just not respond, which is fine because he's not interested. And sometimes he will say, oh, hells yes, give me this thing. And then, you know, he watched the replay, he was happy with it, he wanted the rest and he wanted to showcase. And I'm more than happily to oblige. But it's always the same thing when I tell him. And he told me this, that, you know, there's people who are dissatisfied with this and that he's trying to kind of tone down the amount of replay he's showing from community contributors, stuff like that. And I was perfectly fine with that. I was like, dude, don't sweat. If you feel that it's a problem, then you don't have to do it. But we have established this sort of a communication long time ago. If I have a good replay, I will send it to him because of him. Okay? And whether he wants to use it in one of his videos, or is he just going to watch it with his morning coffee, that's up to him, dudes. Honestly, that is entirely up to him. And I'm sure that everyone else who sends them replays is in the exactly the same basket from which Jingles picks out a video for that day as I am. I don't think I have any privileges when it comes to him choosing between my game and a game from some of the other guys who are just not community contributors, or amongst any other community contributors. I sent Jingles, okay, not hundreds, but dozens of replays throughout the past, I don't know how many years, I sent him a lot of replays back when I was playing World of Tanks, and he never featured any of them. He just gets way too many things. I am now... We kind of know each other and we're familiar, so the communication is a lot more frequent, and there is a better chance that he sees what I show him. That's the only difference now and back then. But I am still very much convinced that he won't pick my replay over whoever other replay if that other dude send him a better game or more entertaining or something. It's just not it. Please don't feel like that. I always told Jingles, dude, you tell me if I have a great game, send it. I had a great game, I'm sending it. I will not be offended one bit if you don't use it for one of your videos. It's fine. This is for you to have fun with. Because I thought the game is worthy of your time, and I'm sending it to you. And if you find it awesome, great. If you still decide not to use it, it's fine. So, you know, I think it's really sad that some people are thinking stuff like this for the old man, because I unfortunately still didn't have the privilege to meet him in person, but he's a great dude, and I mean, don't give him a hard time, because at the end of the day, it's what matters. Did he have fun watching the game that he play? And at the end of the day, it won't be my voice over it, for the most part. That's that one game where he kind of just took it directly from my stream. That was a bit of a surprise. But it's about him. You don't get, like he said, you don't get my personality or anyone else's for that matter. You get his personality. You get his commentary. I would gladly watch the game again and again that I already played myself, and I know exactly how it went, just to see and hear how he's going to comment over it. Just to see what's going to be really funny for him and hear that old man's laugh. Because at the end of the day, that's why we watch the Jingles videos. We want to have a good time, and we have a good time if he has a good time. And if he has a good time, I don't care whose replay it is. For all I care, he could just blur out the names, so nobody knows whose replay it is, and he might call us all Dave. It would be perfectly freaking fine for me. So I hope we cleared that up from my side. And at the end of the day, I think it's about having a good time and not about who it is. Even though I do understand that, you know, to be featured on someone's channel is a great deal for you. I understand. I was there. And yes, it is. It is. I like the first time the Jingles featured my game, I watched it 20 times and I had a blast every single time. So, yeah, you know, it's fine. I understand. So yeah, this was the game that I wanted to send him. And as you can see, the bizarre things just keep happening and my guns keep failing, and my secondary weaponry, including my body, keeps providing. Before this is over, I'm not sure how much more of the time we have, maybe a few minutes. Wanted to mention a few other things. One is the eye surgery. I already went for the checkup, and then I got some eye drops, which were some corticosteroids. Now, I don't know if that's exactly how you say it in English. That's similar to what we call them here. In a form of eye drops, you have an eye pressure that can't go above certain limits, and my eye pressure was apparently high, and these steroids that I needed to put in my eyes as a test were similar or same to those that I would have to put every day, multiple times for a month after I had a surgery as a part of recovery program. And they increased my pressure so high that the doctor said no. So we're gonna get the second opinion soon. Well, soon, sometimes, I don't know. But as the things are looking right now, there won't be any eye surgery. I'm kind of sad about it, but at the same time, try to looking at on the bright side, as he said, you know, you have a good vision on very short range now. You can't see long range. In 10 years, you would have to wear glasses for short range for the rest of your life or something like that. And this way, you don't have to. So, I don't know. And I don't have to take any time off from that. I'm kind of happy about that. That is going to be it for today's episode. I hope you had some things clarified, and I hope you enjoyed watching these two games. I had a blast playing both of them. And I'm going to grab something to eat right now, and then I'm going to start the stream, and I will see you there. Unfortunately, I kind of forgot to record the post-battle results screen, so you can't actually see, but it was like almost 3,000 or even more than 3,000 base XP and a whole bunch of things. Thank you so much for watching one more time. Have a good rest of the day. Pleasure as always to record Funs with Huns. Share, like, subscribe. I'll never get used to saying that. It feels so artificial, but hey. And yeah, I will see you later.